Hello, and thank you for joining us. This July, we celebrate something truly special, Brian Hartman's 30th birthday. Now, unlike other celebrations, we're unable to be together this year. And alongside some of Brian's closest friends, we've chosen to bring you a compilation of why Brian means so much to those around him. As you'll see, Brian, you have much to be thankful for, and friends around the world who appreciate you for who you are and the qualities that are uniquely you. So sit back, relax, ask your mother to leave the room, and enjoy Brian's 30th birthday classics.
Jackie, do you have anything to say to Brian?
No.
Okay, thanks.
Hey Brian, happy birthday. It was very nice of Corey and Adam to organize some familiar faces for your big day in a less than familiar place. You know, I remember you celebrating a big day in a not so familiar place. It was fall 2009. A young southern boy celebrating his first Thanksgiving outside of America. I'm very excited to visit London the next day and see where it all began. In fact, I think I remember you being very adamant about not going out that night in order to make sure that you were fresh for that trip to England. Well, that was before we went to Thanksgiving dinner. Your cheeks got a little bit rosy, and at one point I remember you standing up and sprinting to the bathroom. Next thing we knew, Kyle Coca came across a large British man kicking a corpse in the middle of the street. That corpse was Brian Hartman, laid out on the cobblestone streets of Prague. That British man was really just trying to help. And it was actually the only interaction you had with a British man that weekend, because you didn't end up making it on your trip. So let's use that as a reminder to take it easy this time. Foreign places can be tough, and I hope all of these familiar faces will help out a little bit. Well, happy birthday, man. Love you. Have a good one.
Say something to Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Why are you and Brian friends?
Didn't really have a choice.
That's fair enough. Is there anything that you like about Brian?
I like that now we're about the same size.
Say happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Brian.
Brian, buddy, happy 30th birthday. Oh my God, you are so old. But dude, Adam and Corey asked us to put together a little snippet for you, and kind of got me thinking how fast the past 5 years has gone. I remember the first time I met you when we were moving into Surf Street circa 2013. And I remember pulling Corey aside and being like, dude, I don't think this is going to work. I can't stand him. And Corey was like, dude, just give it a little bit of time. And man, was he right. It's awesome to now be able to call you one of my best friends. Dude, love you so much, man. You've been a fourth brother to this family. And, we truly feel that way. And my parents do. They feel like they have another son. But dude, just hope you have the best birthday. Hope you have a great weekend up in Maine. We love you. And can't wait to see you hopefully next year in Boston for good. But love you, man. Happy birthday.
Hey, Brian. As you can see, I'm garnished my Palestinian flag. Remember when you called me a terrorist and I punched you in the face? I really enjoyed that. That's That was nice. Anyways, happy birthday.
Okay. Hey, Brian. So I'm not too sure who's going to end up seeing this. So Brian, in an effort to not embarrass you in front of your parents, I'm going to give an edited version of what I would have otherwise given. Hi, Bruce. Hi, Tammy. Hope all is well. So when I first met you, Brian, I had a lot of questions, some of which included who is the naked guy in the locker room who's naked as much as possible before football practice? Who is the guy wearing jorts and Timberland boots to the dining hall at Williams College? Who is the guy with the dirtiest mustache I've ever seen in my life? And the most puzzling one that I'm still contemplating today, I didn't know kids from Tennessee listen to rap music. I did not know that. But I did learn that I couldn't have picked a better person to share a wall with sophomore year of college. You proved to be a formidable NBA 2K opponent. You were an especially fun person to drink beers with and do other stuff with. And you're a great friend. And I wish I saw a lot more of you. And I miss you. And I hope you have a great 30th birthday. Love you, man.
Okay, so one quick story. Freshman year, we were at some party. Willie C, somewhere up there. Brian and I are together. Brian steals, I think it was bum wine, maybe it was a 40, out of the fridge of the people that were throwing us a party. Just steals it from them, doesn't ask him for it. Grabs me. We go downstairs. We sit in the Adirondack chairs that are in the Willie C basement and drink all the alcohol we have. And nobody believes this part, but that night we were professional grade freestyle rap artists. And it was the only time in my entire life that ever happened. So, happy birthday, Brian.
Hey B, happy 30th. So I've been thinking about our friendship over the past 14 years, and you've changed quite a bit. So when I first met you, you had a bowl cut, and then you got a buzz cut, and then you had like a Bieber shaggy haircut, and now you don't even need to get haircuts. So cheers to aging gracefully and turning 30. From my kinkles to your fat ass. Love you, Gordo.
Corey, for 29 years, why is Brian Hartman your best friend?
Who said that?
Hey Brian, just want to say I think you've really matured and you really impressed me with, in your now advanced age, being able to mask over and really gloss over some of the flaws that you've had in the past and some of those southern douchey tendencies that make you so unique. So I still hate you a lot, but I want to wish you a very, very happy birthday.
Hartman, happy birthday, my brother. Hope you have a good one. Regardless of what these other guys are saying, we didn't just like you for your parents' lake house. I mean, that had a lot to do with it, but we love you because you're the man. You're awesome. Hope you have a good one. Hope school's going good for you. Holler at me the next time you're in town, all right? See you, bye.
Hey Brian, happy 30th birthday. We heard from all your buddies that this is your big day coming up. You know what? You're a pretty special guy to us. How many moms can say that they have a fourth son who's actually not really their son, but kind of sort of, that you've lived with all of my children. They all love you deeply. You're their best friend. Every one of them calls you their best friend. So I call you my fourth son. And Bear, you too?
Yeah, well, we don't have a choice. You know, you went to college with Corey. You, by default, lived with the entire Jacobs family. You lived with Adam and Mike and Adam again for a long time. And we knew you were in because one day we came to visit. And afterwards, we came home and we're like looking around our house. And we're like, what is going on here? We have our pictures of our 3 children, and then what? Our 4th child shows up. Bri, we love you. Happy 30th birthday.
Happy birthday. Love you. Hope to spend your 60th with you as well. Mwah.
Bye, pal.
Brian, I first met you 13 years ago, and at that time I didn't know that we were going to be brothers and family. It wasn't until July 3rd, 2010 that I knew what an important bond and brotherhood we'd have. You see, that night you took your time out of an important party to come over and introduce me to your grandmother. What a great gesture of selflessness and just generosity to introduce me to your family. So here's to you on your 30th birthday, and for that night, and for helping everybody else at Cherokee have shots banned. Happy birthday, man.
So Rachel, when did you know that you were going to be friends with one Mr. Brian Hartman?
Well, it had to be Callie's 21st birthday, the Pedal Pub excursion, when at every bar while people were getting drinks, Brian was taking shots, and when not taking shots, was showing everyone that would look pictures of baby Caroline, the original baby C. Brian, happy 30th birthday. So proud that you made it to 30. There's no one I'd rather fight for Corey's love with than you. Love you.
What's up, man? Happy 30th birthday. Wanted you to know how much I've enjoyed our friendship over these years. There's so many good memories and stories to tell, lots of dumb stories to tell that don't need to be documented in this video. But we had a lot of fun times, and I do miss those times. But I hope you're having a great birthday. Just want to say thanks again for being a great friend. Always remember, friends don't punch friends in the face, and I'll never forget that. So thanks for being a great friend to me.
My name's Chris Rush, and I'm here to do the Ice Bucket Challenge. Fuck. Sorry, wrong video. Why do I like Brian Hartman? Why do I like Brian Hartman? You know, I'd really love to see the compilation of all these videos and just the stunned silence that people display when asked that question. I think the only answer that I can come up with is on the first day of corporate finance, when our professor was trying to explain free cash flow, I looked across the room and Brian had the same panicked look on his face that I had, because both of us were having a realization that we knew absolutely nothing about business. And it was at that point that I realized I'd have a friend in business school. So happy birthday, bud. Miss you. See you soon. Bye.
Brian.
Happy birthday, Brian.
Happy birthday, my man.
We love you.
We love you. As much as it pains me to say, we love you. So Callie, why do you like Brian more than you hate him?
Because he's amazing.
Easy.
How about you?
I like Brian more than I hate him because he's always been the other big brother
Yes.
to Adam and I.
The fourth Jacobs.
The fourth
brother.
Jacobs. But really, in all seriousness, Brian, you have been there in some of the biggest moments in my life. You were there when I got engaged.
Whoop, whoop.
You were there when I got married.
Mm-hmm.
And it really was an honor to have you stand in my wedding and to have you such a integral part of our life and the Jacobs life. It's really special. So what is my favorite story of Brian? What's yours?
Well, my favorite memory of Brian is walking down the aisle with you at Rachel and Corey's wedding, and when you came to our house for Thanksgiving. But I really liked walking down the aisle with you.
Yeah, it made me a little jealous. But Brian, happy birthday, man. We love you. We miss you.
We love you.
And we're extremely proud of you too. Everything you're doing, you know, being back east, taking care of Adam. It's really, really special that you're still taking care of my twin brother.
Yeah.
But, we love you, Brian, and nothing but the best, and happy birthday.
Happy 30th!
Hey Brain, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Brain.
One of our favorite memories of you is that time you dressed up like a dad in Maine.
Your pants were a little too tight, black and white sneakers to go along with it, with a tucked in polo and no belt. It was nice.
We talk about it all the time.
Yep, makes us laugh to this day.
When you're a real dad, you'll be ready for action. But I hope you have a good birthday.
Happy birthday.
Can't wait to see you.
Can't wait to see you, buddy.
Bye.
Brian, it was pretty great being your neighbor for 15 years. You know, being one of your best friends allowed me to hang out with Bruce and Tammy, which is basically giving me a second set of parents, which was fantastic. And I think my favorite memory of you was at PK's bachelor party. You showed up in all of your glory. Really, you were showing all of it. When you showed up in jorts, the Mexican wrestling mask, and your gut. Really, it was those gut and that thighs. The power thighs were really, really showing off, and that was super impressive to me. You know, Brian, love you, buddy. Can't wait to see you sometime soon. Happy 30th. See you, buddy.
Hey Brian, happy birthday. I've been asked to make a video about why I like you. So I've been struggling a little bit with that, but I've cheated a little and watched some other submissions, and I think what I love most about you is the fact that everybody jokes about how much they dislike you, and obviously we all know that's not true because this video compilation has been absolutely amazing about just memories that everybody has made with Brian Hartman and how much we love you and truly adore you, even though you say some mean things most of the time. But happy birthday, Brian. Happy 30th. Very excited to spend 30 more with you. Love you, Brian.
Brian, we love you. Happy birthday. Wish we were with you in Boston. And we have that.
Hey Brian, happy birthday. I don't know if you've ever heard this story, but really early on in Michael and I dating, there was one person that was really important that I meet, and that was you, his best friend from high school. I'd heard all about you, and I was expecting this big, strong, strapping college football player to walk through the door of Fish Bar, and instead I got you. And I could not have been more grateful for your teddy bear self to walk in that night. So I love you, and I will try to remember to call Michael Cub. Happy birthday.
Hey Bri, I've always thought you were the best looking of all of our friends. It's an honor being your doppelganger. Happy 30th, we love you.
Hey Brian, happy 21st. I'm really happy to hear that you're finally of age. Oh, wait, you're fucking 30 and that's terrifying. Good luck with that.
Brian, Carly's mad because she didn't want to be in the background of this. You can tell, look at her face. So when I moved to Tennessee in 1997, you were my first friend. And I learned quickly that you don't need mutual respect or admiration to build friendships as long as you have a solid foundation of sarcasm and degradation. That's really all you need. Because here we are more than 2 decades later and we're still friends. So over that time, I've developed this Brian catalog, right? It's a compilation of stories and memories that we've shared over the years, and 2 of those that I wanted to share was, the first of those is Intro into Can't Stop, right? Because that, for like a decade, that was our jam. Carly, are you gonna get in the water, babe?
No, I'm not. Not if you're gonna be videotaping.
So we finally got to see that at Lollapalooza 2016, surrounded by the greatest group of people. And it was an unbelievable moment for us, and for me especially, and I was glad to get to share it with you. And standing up there with me, being the best man at my wedding was everything to me, man. That was the best night of my life, and you were standing right there by my side as my brother, and I appreciated that, and I appreciate your friendship. Happy 30th birthday. Here's to many more.
Hey Brian, happy birthday. It's hard for me to sum up in one short video why I love you, but from the moment I met you, when you stole me away from your friend claiming that you were the superior dancer, I was attracted to your magnetism. You have a way of drawing people in. It's a weird combination of confidence, enthusiasm, and a bit of sarcasm that makes you so endearing. One of my most favorite memories of you was the first Christmas that we were dating. We literally skipped through Lincoln Park, checking out the zoo lights, sipping on Frangelico and coffee, as you spun me around and around like we were on a dance floor. I remember thinking, I really love this guy. And while sometimes it may annoy me, your playfulness is one of the reasons that I fell in love with you. So no matter how old you get, keep on playing, Brian. You will always be the superior dancer in my book. Happy birthday again. I love you.
Corey, why is Brian your best friend?
Why is Brian my best friend? Well, we've been through a lot together, so much in fact that I think it's worth reflecting on some of those moments. So I figured I'd share some of those with you, Rach. And Brian, since I know that you're watching. Some things don't need much explanation. Brian's my best friend because he's this guy. Again, not much. Some things just don't need much explanation. I've had more fun laughing with and at Brian than anyone else in my life. So, but on a more serious note, Rach, Brian's my family. There's both chosen and not chosen family in this picture. Michael and Adam are my brothers by birth. Brian is my brother by choice. I've felt that way for the better part of a decade, and it's not going to change. Like he's my family. So how did we get there? Well, we shared a lot. We shared school. We shared this place, Surf Street. I honestly think that we went from being kids to being men in this place, even though we acted like kids for 95% of the time we were there. But we've shared a lot, and we've helped each other through a lot. And then finally, Rach, I haven't really been intimate with another man before. The closest I've come is probably Brian, as is evidenced by this Polaroid moment that we shared. In all seriousness, I feel more comfortable around Brian than almost anyone. I feel like I can laugh, be myself, and share anything with him. And I just feel lucky to have him as my friend. So Brian, I love you. You're my brother. You know that. Happy birthday.